I didn't allow my ex and former best friend to take my kids out of state for a week to heal and recover after she was left unable to have children. My ex-husband Nathan and I split 5 years ago after I walked in on him sleeping with my best friend Allison. Yeah, that Allison. The one who knew everything about me. The one I called when I found out I was pregnant both times. That one. They both cried and apologized and begged me not to let it ruin everything. But they already ruined everything, so what was I supposed to do with that? We have 2 kids, ages 8 and 11. The divorce destroyed them. One day their parents were together. The next day their dad was living with mommy's friend. My daughter stopped sleeping through the night for 2 years. My son started having panic attacks at school. They've been in therapy ever since trying to process why their entire world got flipped upside down. And through all of it, I kept my mouth shut. I never told them what their dad did. I never said a single bad word about him or Allison. I smiled at school pickups. I did the awkward handoffs in parking lots. I was civil at soccer games even though I wanted to scream. Allison kept trying to act like we were still friends. She'd text me about the kids. She'd try to hug me at events. She even asked if we could do coffee once. I blocked her number after that. Nathan and Allison got married last year. Then they started trying for a baby. She got pregnant in February, miscarried in March, got pregnant again in May, lost it in June. This kept happening. By December, it was her 10th miscarriage. I got a call from Nathan on a Tuesday night. He was sobbing. He told me Allison started bleeding and they rushed her to the hospital. She needed emergency surgery. Something ruptured. They had to remove everything. She'd never be able to carry a baby again. Then he asked me to bring the kids to the hospital. It was my week with them. They were already in their pajamas doing homework at the kitchen table. He wanted me to pack them up and drive an hour to sit in a hospital waiting room until Allison was ready to leave. I said no. He got angry. He said the kids should be there. I told him it was 8:30 on a school night and I wasn't dragging them to a hospital. He said he'd call them himself and they'd ask me. I told him if he did that, I'd hang up on him and block his number. He didn't call back. He missed his entire parenting week after that. Didn't show up, didn't call the kids, didn't ask to reschedule. His mom called me instead and said he was refusing to leave the hospital even after Allison got discharged. I kept the kids on their normal routine, helped with homework, made their lunches, took them to soccer and piano. When his next week came around, he finally showed up. He looked terrible. He didn't say anything to me, just loaded the kids in his car with this look on his face like I'd personally betrayed him. Last week, he texted me about a trip. He said he booked a healing retreat in Colorado for him and Allison, some cabin in the mountains where they could grieve and process everything. He wanted to take the kids for a full week during my parenting time, during a school week, and he wanted his regular weeks before and after, which meant he'd have them for 3 straight weeks. He said the kids being there would help Allison recover, that she needed to be around them, that it would remind her she still had a family even if she couldn't have more kids. I said no immediately. He called me. I didn't answer. He texted saying we needed to talk about this like adults. I called him back and said there was nothing to talk about. The kids weren't missing a week of school, so Allison could feel better. He said school wasn't more important than family. I reminded him that he chose to miss his week in December, and according to our custody agreement, if a parent voluntarily skips their time without arranging a makeup, the other parent doesn't owe them anything. He lost it. Started yelling about how I was being cruel, how I was punishing Allison for something out of her control, how any decent human being would show compassion in a situation like this. Then he said something that made my blood run cold. He asked how I'd feel if Allison hurt herself because of this. If my refusal to let the kids go was part of the reason she ended her life, I didn't even hesitate. I told him I wouldn't feel anything, that they both destroyed my life and my kids' stability, and I didn't owe them a single thing, that if they needed support, they should call a therapist, not use my children as emotional crutches. He hung up on me. Hung up on